Hi guys, how are you all doing? I have been a little delayed on getting this April energy reading out to you guys. In fact, I tried to do it Tuesday and just wasn't working for me. I hit a wall yesterday and I ended up having to sleep for 11 hours. I have been doing so many readings and so much energy work that my guides, other people's guides, have been talking to me constantly, that yesterday afternoon I finally had to um put a bottle stop in it because I needed to rest, and I'm very thankful for it. All the message has been very empowering and super positive, but when you are constantly interacting with those higher frequencies, it takes a toll on the physical body. And my physical body started to shut down last night. So 11 hours of sleep is what this girl needed. But I do want to get into your April reading. I do have a couple messages, though, that I want to talk about. I figure it's just better I do it in this video and not make another video. I just have so many other videos that I need to get out to you guys. One, I apologize for not doing the live tarot readings yesterday. I was planning on doing it, but obviously for the reasons I just discussed, wasn't in a good place. Probably going to do it this weekend. Okay, so look out for that. Also, there is a lot of information right now that is circulating on the internet, and it's, to me, hitting a lot of intuitive hotspots, in a sense that I'm getting very strong, undeniable feelings of truth to them. And then there's some that just don't feel right. Uh, Remember to always listen to your own discernment. Just because I or someone else says something doesn't mean it's true. I really want to make that known. I'm not here to pretend that whatever I say is gospel or whatever anyone else says is. But I do feel that there's been a lot of talk about mass arrests, and what became really clear to me yesterday, and it started to really, like a corkscrew of energy, start to anchor into me like truth, was that I feel like what's going to be happening over this month of April, and particularly over the next couple of weeks, is that I'm starting to see that all of this right now, I believe, is to save the children. I believe that their military is in play right now, um, not to just help out with the coronavirus testing grounds and all of that, but also I believe that there is a big operation in play right now, uh, saving children from massive human trafficking rings. And after seeing in the news on the ICE website that a man tried to rail an entire train at full speed into the Mercy ship in port in LA, I believe that the ships are actually for the children. Because if you're going to be bringing kids out of such horrific environments of trafficking rings, they really can't be exposed to this virus stuff, and having their systems weakened any further, and having them in a quarantine place like a ship serves many purposes. One, that their health will be strengthened more so than being exposed to other elements. Two, they are much safer on a ship guarded by military than potentially in hospitals or other places where they could be taken again. I just, seeing that this man, he railed a train, or he tried to, it came about 250 yards within the Mercy ship. They did catch the guy. It just felt really, I don't know, something about it I just don't believe it was a man who just wanted to bring attention to the whole coronavirus handling. I really didn't feel right to me. I also know that there's talk about the internet shutting down for 3 days, phone lines shutting down except for emergency calls. I don't think that's going to happen either. It's something about that doesn't feel right. I am not saying that the person or people who are putting out that message are deliberately putting out misinformation or disinformation. I believe they completely believe that, and that they're putting out the right information. And maybe they are, to be quite honest, maybe they are. It's just something about it's not sitting right with me. It didn't from the moment I heard it. And I support a lot of these people. I think they're great. Okay. So the important thing is, though, whenever you're listening to anyone, always use your own discernment. Tune into how your body reacts to the information. Tune in to what feels right for you. And always use your highest self, your own connection to God, as your compass for anything. Okay. Yeah, I just, to me, I just feel like this is all about saving the children. And if you watched my Atlantean video back in December that I put out, in the mid-December, I put out a video and I got these intuitive messages that 2020 is all about the child. It's all about the children. And they're going to help us have perfect vision. It's going to be what awakens humanity and takes this political division out of the mix and brings everyone back together. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that message, okay? It's been kind of coming in really strong for me. I just didn't want to do a whole another video on it, but take it as you feel right. If it doesn't feel right to you, anything I've said, disregard it. Don't take it on, okay? I'm just kind of giving you guys what I've been picking up. Yeah, there's just a massive military operation underway right now under human trafficking. And that's why when you listen to the administration's press conference yesterday, that there's a huge surge now fight against narcotics. And the same tunnels and passageways used to bring in drugs is also used to bring in humans. So just take that with a grain of salt. And take that information as you will. But let's get into the April energy readings and find out what's in store for April. This is my kind of from a collective perspective here on what's kind of going down. Okay, wow. We have kyanite alignment is our first card here. So things coming into alignment, things that have been kind of chaotic, may start to find some sense of homeostasis reestablishing. I also can't talk over the last couple of days, so bear with me, guys. My words are just not coming out right. So kyanite is a very blue stone. I have kyanite here. Where is my kyanite? Okay, what else? What else? What else is coming on for April that the collective needs to know about at this time? What else needs to... I love it. Garnet, manifestation of purpose. Oh, that's powerful. I'm really feeling a lot of power coming from that card right now. Know that everything that is happening right now has a very specific purpose. Nothing is random, and everything is manifesting accordingly to the highest good of, oh wow, okay, highest good of humanity. The last two cards that we got was Star Child and Light Body. Moldavite and Diamond are our last two cards that have come up here. Oh yeah, I'm getting chills looking at this. Okay, let me just sit with the cards for a moment and I'll be right back. Okay, I have never gotten this many chills in my body. I still have them from one of these collective energy readings, because a lot of what's happening and coming through the cards that I pulled is directly related to a lot of the stuff that I talked about before pulling the cards. Before I start though, I wanted to show you guys my little piece of kyanite that I have here. I told you guys I had it, but yeah, I got this to help with, it's a really good alignment stone, especially like opening up the throat chakra and aligning things. So when I was trying to do a lot more speaking, I would actually just lie with this over my throat chakra. But let's get into this. I'm going to be reading you guys some stuff from the books because it completely aligns with everything I was saying before. And this is like really tripping me out. So kyanite, our first stone, a kyanite alignment. And so with kyanite coming in, it's basically talking about the alignment of everything coming together. It's about building a new pathway. And I got to read you this part. It's okay. Let me just. Kyanite's ability to build a pathway to the spirit is crucial in the development of the new children of light that are entering our world. It's about expanding the consciousness. And so this one is all about bringing healing, light, truth into what you need so that everything comes back into alignment. And I feel like this idea of it, it's so good. Kyanite's so good at building a pathway between your mind and spirit, highest consciousness. And I get a sense that, you know, a lot of the energies kind of coming in right now are helping people kind of tune into that. If you are part of my alchemy program, you guys know I talked about Saturn going into Aquarius. I've also talked about it on the podcast. I don't know if I've talked about it on this channel, but with Saturn finally moving into Aquarius last month, that is also creating the pathway where people, instead of just, you know, using their minds or what's been spoon-fed to them, they're now accessing information from spirit. And I get a sense that this is coming into stronger alignment this month, that more people are really kind of checking in because they're not bombarded. You know, this whole social distancing is a gift. While of course there are people who are getting sick, some people are dying, people are losing their stability, their financial stability, their home stability. While all of that is happening, there are still blessings that are coming through where everyone is now forced to stop. They are not distracted by all of the things that constantly distract them and don't allow them to connect in higher ways. And I feel like that energy, this kyanite energy, is playing on that a little bit here. But we also then had garnet, okay? And it's manifestation of purpose. And I have got to read you guys this. Let me just find out where this is. I want you guys, the garnet stone is the pathway or the gateway, the 1111 gateway. Okay, it's like it holds the vibration of that, and it acts and allows you to access that gateway. But let me just see here. Okay, so garnet has the ability to carry all of our creative energies found in the lower areas of the chakra system up to the heart, where their actions are stabilized via love and magnified on their journey into physicality. It is the same path that garnet is able to activate the survival instincts, magnify courage, and instill commitment to purpose. So what garnet's doing here for us in manifestation of purpose is, yes, everything has a purpose right now. Everything is manifesting accordingly. But like I talked to you guys in my last energy update, I talked about how like it feels like there's so much creative energy coming through. This is confirming that. This card is saying that there are like many people are going to start to find creative inspiration flowing, because the root and the sacral chakra are now getting activated in a new way. If you guys have watched my like video that I did on activating your abundance codes, okay, how the matrix uses our abundance codes to basically they attack our abundance codes, and how the matrix does that to basically lock us up into lack consciousness and to ruin all of our relationships. So what's happening right now with this card coming up is I'm seeing again the first and second chakra being activated in very much activated in its true purpose of what it was always designed to be, unfreezing of the energy, and also that survival instinct kicking in, where a lot of people are going to need that, but not a survival instinct in the way of creating chaos, but survival instinct of knowing what has to be done and doing it. Not allowing the emotions to get in the way of seeing that there is a full purpose here that needs to be activated. I hope that makes sense. Then we also had Moldavite, Star Child, okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure this card came up in my January reading when I was talking about how this whole year is about the child. And this card, you know, look at the green energy in it. It's all about healing. It's all about bringing things back to the heart for the children. That they're going to finally, the children are finally going to be able to receive the healing that they've been asking for so long. The cries have been heard. They're going to be answered. And I want to read you this, this here. Children of the stars, hear my call. I have come with love from the homeland. In this, the necessary light transition of planet Earth and the human race. There is a new Earth happening right now. And this is all part of the transition of bringing new Earth into reality, of birthing it further. And it's about finally bringing hope back, where some of these children have come in and experienced the most horrific crimes of humanity, the most horrific crimes that many people on this planet aren't even aware exist. And they're going to require a lot of healing. One of the things that you can do to help and facilitate this is to do your own healing with your inner child, or to work with children around you. But again, when you start to heal every little aspect of yourself, that healing gets projected into the collective. You are now another fragment of healing occurred within the whole collective. Okay, so just remember that it's like about restoring and bringing that all back in. That's basically the message I'm really getting with Moldavite. I don't know if there's this card, to those familiar with these spaces. This is talking about the space between frequencies, okay? It brings great grounding and understandings of the laws of duality-based world. Okay, so this dualistic world that we all live in. It brings great grounding and understanding of those laws and opening potential for healing. To those not used to these spaces, Moldavite places you within them, a state many call a high frequency, but in reality, just no frequency. It's in that place where there's nothing. It's like that, the void, okay? It's the space of the void where it's everything and nothing at the same time. And I'm getting a sense that many people are accessing that. Accessing that space and void will also facilitate this, to not get pulled in any specific direction that furthers the separation of humanity, okay? Not buying into the black and white, not buying into, you know, the political divide, not buying into the sexual divide, not buying into any of that, okay? Just really allowing yourself to come into a place, because that's what humanity needs right now. It needs a place of neutrality within the duality. And being in that space of neutrality is the 0 point field, and that is how you jump the timeline. So use that. And then the last card, Diamond, Light Body. My goodness. Can I just read you this? If Diamond has come to you today, a powerful child has come to play. It is time to unite the separate parts of your life and allow them to find a united strength. When I read that, my whole body just went like zinging, okay? There are so many multiple layers and levels of meanings to this. And I just feel like the spiritual warrior of the child is finally coming into play, and the spiritual warrior of the child is going to win, is going to conquer. And this whole idea of diamond being the light body is that the light body of the collective child is going to be restored and is finally going to be activated. It's been attacked, it's been broken down, it's been mutilated through the energies of darker minds. And that's not to say that we put out any hatred towards that. It's just another aspect of us. Remember that everything outside of you is just another aspect of us. And to concentrate more on the healing, restoring the light body of the collective child. That's really what I'm getting for this reading. So yeah, take that energy and run with it, guys. Do what you can to assist in this time, because if there was ever a time that you wondered, like, what can I do? Like, there is so much you can do. There is so much you can do through your own work and through your own mitigation, but also, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so sorry, guys. My mind is fried. But basically how you restore your own energy field, how you manage your own energy field, and really make sure you take care of self so that you can keep your frequency super high, that you're vibrating and you're communicating with the higher frequencies and keeping yourself in the light of truth. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But this is really, I feel like this month is all about the children. And liberation from the horrific crimes of humanity that have been perpetrated upon them, that we're finally going to see some liberation here. I don't think it's all going to happen in one fell swoop, but I think the big operation is in play right now. So keep that all in mind, guys. Tonight I'm doing another live video with Christian and Amber from the Trinity Room. We're going to be talking about how you guys can tap into your own wellspring of hope and independence, and become more sovereign and use that energy, not just in your day-to-day, but also in your ability to be independent financially and business-wise. We're going to kind of merge the two, spirituality and all of that, so that you can be a force on this planet that not only uses your energy for the betterment of humanity and good, but also you can build a life that supports you, perhaps your family, in any way. This is how it was always intended to be. You can't reject money. It's the structure we're using right now. Remember, even if you see the new world as not having the money structure in place, and that very well is likely true, you can't reject it right now. That's not how you change things. Anytime you reject or resist anything is how you continuously perpetrate and give it energy to stick around. Okay, so accept it, embrace it, and use it for good. Change the whole vibe around how you use money. So we're going to be talking about all of that and a whole bunch more tonight. I hope you guys tune in. I have posted the event on my YouTube. I don't know if you guys are getting the notifications, but I'm going to send it out in my newsletter, and I'm going to put it on my, I'll put it out in Facebook, and I'll try and put it out as a post on YouTube. I'm just trying to find ways to connect with you guys. But I love you all. New podcast today with Marina Jacobi. We talk more about this. We talk about the fluctuation of timelines. You guys may want to check out that episode. I'll leave it in the link below. And gosh, there's so much more. I'm being interviewed on a couple podcasts this week. So once they come out live, I'll let you guys know that you can listen to them. And what else? I'm just going to keep putting out stuff. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful month to start this whole thing off. Don't stay in fear, just stay in the light and act accordingly. That doesn't mean that shit's not going down, but just stay high vibe and stay anchored into this reality while you're pulling in all of the high frequency energies to disseminate out into this world. Okay, I love you guys so much.